Yo guys, Haku here with, I almost said HaQ&A number, man, what number is it? 8? 9? 8? I guess it's number 8. I think we did 7 last week. But it's pretty much just a weekly thing. So, I'm going to try to get into this quickly because I feel like I have a lot of comments this week for some reason. I mean, I know why I have a lot, because we had One Piece and Tower of God both back already this week. But I mean, I feel like I have a lot more than usual. So, I'm going to try to get into that. But first I want to say that I know some of you wanted me to do some videos where it's just my voice with the slideshow of images or clips. And I'm thinking about I have some ideas for a few videos like that, but I have no experience with that and I'm not really sure how to do it. So I think I'm going to make a test video as like I'm learning how to do this, and the test video will be my like top 10 favorite anime waifus. I think that's the way I'm going to do it, just as something to sort of learn what I'm doing, kind of. And we'll see how that works out, and then I'll post that and say, okay, now that I've been able to complete a video with it, I know what to do now, and I will make some more videos like this and get better at them as I make more, obviously, as I get some experience. And I'm sure it seems a little whatever. I don't care. So, I guess let's go ahead and get into these comments. I'm being a spaz here. Okay. Starting out, we got Yorozuya White Bear Beppo. When it's Golden Week, almost always the chapters will leak early. I agree with you in that talking about Roger's face, overreacted to Luffy's immunity issue. I wasn't just specifically talking about Roger's base, but yeah, he's one of them, because like I watch a lot of different YouTubers that talk about One Piece, and a lot of them really took that whole poisoning thing a little bit too much. Like Luffy he has a certain immunity to poison, but that doesn't mean that no poison can ever do anything to him. It was like an instant death poison, and he was only made sick by it. So I mean, that shows that he was immune, so immune that something that causes instant death only caused a little bit of sickness. So I really don't think it was like that bad of a thing. I don't think it was bad writing or anything. Also, he said, I think Pedro being a traitor is absolutely silly, and if he does turn out to be one, it'll be a plot hole or inconsistency. He was on the verge of death during his fight with Jack's crew, and he knew where Rizzo was but didn't tell Jack. With all that being said, there's very little evidence one can bring forth to say that he's a traitor. 100% agree. I keep seeing people like all over the place saying they think Pedro's a traitor or that he works for Big Mom or something, but like I don't see where they're getting that, or that he works for Kaido or something. Like I don't see where they're getting that Pedro could be a traitor. Like, we have legit no evidence to even hint at that, I don't think. None that I've seen. I do think Peckham's, though. Peckham's not really a traitor, per se, but I think that Peckham's probably has something in his past that makes him loyal to Big Mom. And of course, he's known Big Mom a lot longer than he's known Luffy. So I do think Peckham's could try to do something to take Big Mom's side over the Straw Hat's side. And Pedro, since he's there specifically to keep Peckham's in line, Pedro's going to be the one to either fight Peckham's or convince him that he needs to let Big Mom go and come work for the Straw Hats for good. Come work for their side for good. White Bear Beppo also saying, excited to see what Evankel looks like. Same here. I really wanted to see him way back in Volume 1, so I hope we do get to see him again. Tyler Morgan says, way. Yeah, that, Joaquin x Rachel, way. No consensus. I'm curious about the development of Joaquin going forward. I think him previously being a ranker and having that demon led him to have quite the ego. After being defeated, then saved by people he looked down upon and mocked, it seems to have dealt quite a blow to him. And I like this. I really do like this development. Me personally, like, I thought it was really cool. I absolutely loved how during the scene with Rachel's team, like, Joaquin still looked like he was sort of like in shock. Everybody else was talking and he was just kind of staring forward like, what is happening to me? Like, questioning himself. And that was just really cool for the character. Was he a ranker, though? I didn't think White was a ranker. I thought he was just like a slayer. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. Like, I don't know if he was a ranker or not a ranker. I just don't. Kebron, formerly known as Kevin Caro, said, now that you say it, I'm realizing that this chapter killed at last the argument that says Evan knows Ryun from somewhere else before the floor of test. If he did, he wouldn't say he remembered her from there. He'd say he remembered her from somewhere else, but he didn't. And yeah, I like that you bring that up because I didn't really think about it that way. But yeah, the people that said Evan knew Ryun from before the floor of test and that's why he looked at her like that, now we know that he didn't know her from before there. He was just he was probably looking at her like that because he was like, why is a red witch here? Because he could tell from her race that she was a guide or likely a guide. And he was like, what's a guide doing here? So now we know that he remembers, you're that guide from the floor of test. So that's really interesting. And like I said, I thought the Evan and Ryun scene was my favorite scene from that chapter. Carlos Telez, sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. Finally someone that's reviewing Tower of God. You got a new sub. Thanks so much and welcome. If you don't know about these videos and you're just now seeing it, I do these videos every week where I answer and respond to your comments. Hard Underblade reviews about my, which video was that? I think that was my live reaction. Great video, mate. Don't worry. If I let you know the chapter's out, I won't post spoilers. I never do for any series. Keep the Tower of God videos coming. I'll be on break next week, so I'll try to check out some of your other TOG videos. Thanks a ton. And yeah, I have also seen Hard Underblade reviews. If you want to check them out, they also do the occasional TOG video, and they do some anime and manga stuff, I believe, in addition to that. So I have watched their videos before. So yeah, check them out if you want. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, I was trying to say, don't worry about it if you're watching this. I know that you in particular won't post the spoilers. I'm just saying, like, in general, guys, I want to thank you so much if you do, like, tweet me or message me or something or comment saying, you know, the chapter's out, go check it out. I totally appreciate that, and it really warms my heart to know that you care about me going to check it out so that I can put out the live reaction for you guys. I like that it shows that you're excited to see my reaction to it, but yeah, to anybody out there, I'm totally happy with that. Just don't say what happens in it. Like this week, if somebody had said about, like, maybe the One Piece one, if somebody had commented, hey, go read the new One Piece chapter, it's out and we get to see Sanji's brother, don't comment like that, because then I'll be like, well, why? Or we get to see somebody that may be possibly a Sanji's brother. I'd be like, well, now there's no point in me doing the live reaction, you know? So that sort of deal. Just, I totally appreciate if you tell me it's out. Just don't say anything that happens in it, because then I can still do the review, but there's no point in doing the live reaction if I know what happens. Mike Nemps, I really hope we get to see some sort of Yuri versus Yuhan Sung. Man, I said that, I think already, that I think I said it in my review that, yeah, I think it should be long if we do get one, like 3-5 chapters of nothing but the fight, because they're both so powerful, but I definitely want to see that happen. 100%. Let me make sure I'm not running too long on this video. 9 minutes in. Not bad. Kebron, again, said, thank you. I never expected that. Thanks for the comment. I just replied to it. Thought you'd be more surprised at Yuri saying she's going to the floor of test. Just think of all the consequences, lol. However, I think maybe she won't go. Maybe Bomb will convince her, because who else, right? He was referring to, I said in my live reaction that he also did a live reaction, so to check that out. So, I like having more Tower of God YouTubers. It's really, really cool to see. And he also does videos on the game, which is really cool. So, also, there was something else I wanted to say about this comment. Oh, yeah, about this, like, I don't think he'll convince her to not go. I think she will go, but for right now, I'm thinking maybe she will leave to go to the floor of test, and then we won't see her for a few arcs, and then a few arcs later, we will flash back to her at the floor of test and then see what happens there, and have a little few chapter arc of that with just focusing on her and what happens there. Hot Underblade Review saying they subbed for Tower of God and that the new chapter was out. Thank you a ton for that. Homie, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. My favorite moment is still that epic Coon speech to his teammates about Bomb and Rachel. Yeah, I absolutely love that one. I don't know if maybe one day I'll make a video about specific moments, but I did list some moments that are up there for my favorite that I couldn't choose between when I was commenting back to him, and that was Rachel betraying Bomb, Rack and Coon deciding to be loyal to Bomb during the Crown game, Bomb, Wangnan, Akraptor, and Horyang teaming up during the Praise, Bomb and Rack reuniting during the Truth. That was feelsy. Dan's speech to Rachel, that could quite possibly be my favorite, honestly. Bomb defeating Joaquin, okay, that could be my favorite too. Wangnan seemingly sacrificing himself to summon Bomb during the workshop battle, Jaja blowing up the hand of Arland, and all of the, like literally all of the climax to Revolution Road. Revolution Road is such a genius arc. The climax was so good. Every single bit of it, every chapter of it. What else? Sebastian Garcia, so notice his name as well. And he's referring to how Jawangnan is in Korean Jawangnan backwards, which would be what Nanwangja means I am Prince. So that may be a hint at him being the Prince of Zahard. Just his name being I am Prince backwards, like legit. Kebron said, it's really cool how you compared how Wangnan wouldn't give up as a king and Zahard probably did. Yeah, I mean, and I think it'll be cool. I think that sometime way years in the future, we're going to see Wangnan meet Zahard, and I think that will be such a cool, like, thing where Zahard sort of gave up. He became the king. He became top of the chain, and then sort of said, I'm happy here. And we've had characters talk about that before. Rack has talked about it before. Wangnan has. And Wangnan's like, I'm not going to give up when I'm at the top. I'm going to keep climbing. So I absolutely love that. And how, like, Zahard giving up at the 134th, 135th floor is just like his friends who gave up at the 20th floor. That is just, oh man, it's so epic. So Chris Campbell posted a... there's no way I can read all of this in this video. It's like a 5-paragraph theory on my Wangnan and Karaka siblings theory. So if you want to see that, check it out. It's actually really good and well thought out. And he includes a lot of good evidence for things that he thinks. So yeah, definitely go check that out if you want. It's a good theory. Sorry to say, just go look at that video to see the comments. But there's no way I can read all of that in just this video. Homie, again, sorry if I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm new to your channel, so hi. Since you do a lot of Tower of God videos, I'd like to ask you 2 questions concerning Tower of God, Tal's user story, and its future. Do you think Phantominium will have any sort of effect on the story of Tower of God? And how important do you think Head-On will be in the future? Of course, welcome and thank you for subscribing. Welcome to our little community. It's good to have you here. first question about Phantominium, I just, SIU said Phantominium's too strong to play a role in the story, but that was years ago, and it could have been to throw us off. I mean, I think Phantominium is too interesting a character. I don't think SIU would have made the character without plans to use it sometime, but I don't think we're going to see Phantominium for a long time, like years, but I do think we'll see Phantominium. I think that we are going to eventually have to fight against and try to surpass Zahard and his empire, and I think that when we're doing that, or maybe directly after we do that, and we're trying to get up to the 135th or 136th floor, that's when we'll run into Phantominium. So I think he is a very, very late game character, but I do think he will be in the... I think he'll be in the game. Secondly, as well, about the head-on stuff, I do think that we will see head-on, and head-on seems to be like manipulating stuff in a way, and almost maybe helping out FUG in the way that he did it. But I think that maybe head-on, the reason he's doing it like that is because Grace Merche Luzlek, like I've said before, was born in the tower, founded FUG, climbed the tower with Zahard, and my personal theory is that he saw Zahard conquer the tower and turn it into this sort of evil rule that he has over it now, and then, like, Grace decided that this is bad, we need to give the tower back to its rightful inhabitants and get it out from under his despotic rule. So I think that maybe Head-On will be involved again in that way, just sort of manipulating things to help Bomb. Because I do think, in a weird way, I think that Head-On is on Bomb's side, and all the stuff he did with Rachel and stuff was only to make Bomb stronger. Cheek or Chelk, always don't know how to pronounce that, says, I'm hoping that Wangnan and Karaka are from the 10th family and Bomb is the son of Zahard or Enryu, and they feel like that Bomb and Enryu are related somehow. And Kebran also agreed that he thinks Bomb is related to Enryu. I don't know. I think that Bomb could end up maybe like... I don't know how I feel about that. Enryu is like one of my favorite... Enryu's my favorite character that we haven't seen yet. So, and once we see him, he may be my favorite character that we have seen. I am kind of an Enryu fanboy, not even having seen him. But, I'm not totally sure that Bomb's related to him. To me, I'm still stuck on, I think that Bomb is Grace Merche Luzlek's son still. And that's why he was thrown into that cave or whatever. So I'm kind of thinking that. So, yeah. And about Wangnan and Karaka from the 10th family, I could totally see that. I could see them being Zahard's children. Either one. I think it might work out better if they're from the 10th family, and that way we have more people that look similar to them also from that 10th family, and maybe the 10th family has something weird or special about it, and that's why Karaka and Wangnan are the way they are. Sebastian Garcia said that he was starting Kiesniver as well, and yeah, I'm liking Kiesniver so far. I have 2 more reviews for it coming up on Thursday and Friday, I think, this week, and then we will be caught up to it, and we can get to doing it week to week. Yodazuya White Bear Beppo, so Tower of God is your favorite comic in general, or favorite manhwa? It's definitely my favorite manhwa, and I'm very torn for favorite comic. It's either One Piece or Tower of God. Like, sorry to the Walking Dead fans that watch me, it's got to be either One Piece or Tower of God. Like, I don't know, it's just so hard to choose between the two. One Piece has been with me longer, and I think at this point it has a more compelling story, but Tower of God still has an amazing story, and I love so many parts of it, and the artwork and pacing is amazing. We have so much every chapter. So it's really, really close for me. It's a very close competition between One Piece and Tower of God. Badir Productions, based on this video and your views on Tower of God, Wouldn't you say that most of your subscribers are subbed to you because of Tower of God? Not surprising, as there's hardly any Tower of God reviewers on the internet. Yeah, I think maybe not most, but maybe close to half of the people subscribed to me are subscribed for Tower of God or because of Tower of God. So I really appreciate that, and I do think that, of course, it's because it is the thing where there aren't many Tower of God reviewers, but there are other anime, Walking Dead, and One Piece reviewers that have been around longer, that are more experienced. So I'm still sort of growing in all of these different areas, but I'm going to naturally sort of attract more Tower of God viewers, I think, because I'm one of the only people doing videos on it. But that doesn't mean I care about any of the particular series I cover any more or less than any of the other ones, because I definitely love each and every one of them and put all that I can into every video I do. That's why I'm doing this super freaking long HaQ&A. It's probably well over 20 minutes, but I want to get through everything this week, you know? But, and it's definitely not like the only thing that people are subbed for, because I still have a ton of people subbed to me for One Piece and for The Walking Dead and for all the other stuff I do, like even Monmusu I probably have a few, for Pokemon I probably have a few, and that's not even counting the large amount that are subbed for 2, 3, even more of these series, because I definitely have people that comment on my Walking Dead, One Piece, and Tower of God videos, so there are definitely people interested in like all the stuff I do, and the Pokemon videos as well. So I just thank you guys a ton. I like to do a range of content, and if you like one thing, I appreciate you being here for those videos on that one thing. If you like more than one, the stuff is here for you to see more than one. So that's kind of what I was going for. I was just going to make stuff on what I liked and what all of you liked, and if you liked or didn't like a certain thing I was covering, you could watch or not watch that particular video of mine. Kebron said, I'd like to watch videos on your predictions about the future of Tower of God, maybe about specific characters. Also, I'm doing videos on the TOG game. Check them out, please. Yeah, definitely check out Kebron, formerly Kevin Caro, for the Tower of God game videos, because I think he's the only one I know of that's making the game videos. Check that out. I do watch them. They're pretty good. I like them. Also, about the character predictions, I'll probably do a few here and there, like my Wangnan and Karaka prediction. But I don't know. Whenever I have a good idea for any of them, I'll be doing that. And definitely, I think that's everything for this week. Sorry this one was super duper freaking long, but hey, I mean, it is what it is, you know? And I definitely wanted to be sure to answer all of you that I thought were good to answer, and there were just a ton that were good to answer this week. So eventually, I don't know what I'm going to do eventually. Like, eventually there's going to be too many good ones to answer in a reasonable time. But maybe I'll do a stream or something, I don't know. But I've never streamed anything before. But seriously though, thank you all so much. Like if you did like this video. I guess subscribe for everything I talked about and much, much more. Comment down there if you have any other questions or comments. Of course, I'll be answering them in the comments and in next week's HaQ&A. Thank you to everybody who commented this week. Round of applause for you guys. I'm starting to lose my voice even, damn. Follow on Twitter as well. Or yeah, comment what you thought of my answers as well if you want. Follow on Twitter as well though. I'll keep you updated there on what's going to be happening, when I'm going to be posting stuff, when I'm going to be pushing stuff back, anything like that. So seriously, thank you all so much, and I'll see you all next time.